The next thing is tense face and tense voice, which is similar to what I talked about earlier, which with high expression, but I'm talking about the tenseness, right? You say, "Hey, how are you?" Yeah, yeah. Like you stay there, right? And we've all seen people like that. That they smile and they stick the landing. Like they smile and they stay smiling for a while in a creepy way. And that is not normal. People only do that when they're faking emotions, and people can sense that as a fake, as you being fake. Okay. The next expression is the fear response, where I've seen people talk and they smile, well, like this. Yeah, 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 right. Their their faces have a fear response to it, right? And the reason why is because they have anxiety or they have fear. And the way to fix that, honestly, is through really working on your emotions and practicing meditation, right? And above all, don't care what people think of you. Now, it's not that you don't care what people think of you, right? Because you should care what people think of you, right? In other words, you want them to like you, you want them, but if people don't like you, you don't force the situation, people. You do not force the situation. That's the difference. Because when people don't like you, you realize that you rather than leaving, you stay and you try to convince them. And that you're already begging. Already you're in a position where you're looking up. And people can sense that and it comes across as desperate and needy. Right. Um, the next one is, like I think we talked about this, but it's not the same. It's not with your facial expressions. It's quick, sudden movements, right? Hit like this, right? Or even when you're working, you're like this. Okay. Like when you see people move like this, quickness, nervousness, crack, perhaps, right? But that is a nervous tension. I honestly, that was me. I remember I used to do that at work because I took Adderall and I didn't notice myself being fucking like quickie and twitchy. So that's one thing. Quick movements, quick, sudden. There's no like fluidity. It's just quick movements. Okay. The next one is shallow breathing, right? Shallow breathing. And the reason why shallow breathing is because when you breathe shallowly, you talk in a very high-pitched voice, saying like, there's no seriousness to your voice. The shallow breathing happens when you're nervous and your mind is ahead of you and your body's behind, right? You got to learn to relax your voice, relax your body, and speak while you're breathing deeply, right? It'll obviously relax you, and your voice will come across as more deeper. Even if you're a woman, doing this just gives you a sense, gives you an aura of competence. Okay. The next one is, and this is a big one actually, for my autistic people, no eye contact. No eye contact. This is big. Because this is something that a lot of people do and they're not aware of. I used to do that. I used to do that with my family. I've been told I did that with my family. It's funny because I used to do that. I thought I was autistic. The truth is that I was just really nervous, honestly. I was really, really nervous around people. I didn't know I was really nervous. But the making eye contact is really big. When we see this, we kind of could sense like something's off with this person. Not negatively, we don't judge them, but you just could sense that, okay, this person might be too nervous, neurodivergent, or something. But the point is that when people see that, you have to show them something else to show that you have competence and confidence in yourself. Because people who don't make eye contact, people see them as not having confidence. And then the last one, which is very important, not matching people's energy. Motherfucker, why are you speaking to me so excited? I'm not in the mood to talk to someone who's so excited. People who don't match people's energy look creepy. They give off a vibe that they're on drugs or that they don't have a lot of friends. Because when you talk to people and they don't match your energy, you could sense that maybe a lot of people don't like them, right? Okay. And the way you match their energy, you just notice, man. Pay attention to people. Notice how they behave. Notice how they talk, and just match that same energy that they're giving you. If they're higher energy, match them in that place. If they're low energy, match their low energy, and that will give you the ability to blend in with a lot of people. If you notice they don't curse around them. If you notice they speak slow around them. Matching people's energy will make you look like you're socially intelligent, and when you have that impression, when you give that impression, people would just want to be around you. All right, they're like, you know what, I could tell some people like them. Let me be friends with them, let me date them. Because when people sense that, when people think that some people may not like you because you're weird, they will not like you back. Right? You want to know why? Because that's called social proof, ladies and gentlemen. Social proof. When people see that others like you, they will in turn like you back. It's a human thing. We all see that, and it's pretty proven that that's one of the easiest ways to become more likable, which is just be around people. All right. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of me typing. Right? This is my way of editing. I like it. I'm not even gonna lie. I like doing this. Hello, folks. This is Alex, right? It's nice. You even hear the typing. Anyways, man, I'll see you guys later. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org, and I'll see you guys later. By the way, if you're watching this and you actually want me to observe you talk, seriously, I've done that. Or you think you might come across as needy and you don't know, and you want to have a conversation with me so that I can assess whether or not you give creepazoid vibes, book a one-on-one session with Father Alex, people. Yeah, that's right. You could literally have me on the phone today. Well, not today, it's a little late. Tomorrow, well, today, if you're watching this in the morning, and talk to me, and we can even video chat, and I can see how you talk. Or if you have a video of you talking to other people and it's legal, and you guys want me to watch it, I could literally assess how you talk. Honestly, man, I don't do this because it hurts people's feelings. I remember one time a girl in school asked me, how do I come across? And me, like a dumbass, I was honest. I was like, look, man, you come across stuck up because the way you walk. Honestly, it was fucked up for me to say that, but it just shows you how dumb I be sometimes. But the truth is that it was actually true. Like, she did come across as stuck up, and it was because she did one or two little things that she's just not aware of. For example, she would walk and never say hi to people. She had a way of walking and standing that came across stuck up. But the truth is, she's not stuck up. She's just not aware of those habits. And if you talk to me, you know, I'm hoping that you don't get offended, but I will tell you what you're doing wrong. And honestly, it helps. I did that with people. I honestly, when I went to Italy, I had a revelation in Italy, and I think I saw that people didn't like me a lot. And I asked this girl who was really honest, like she was really direct, and she actually had my problem with being honest. And I asked her, "Hey, Daria, why don't people like me?" And she was like, "Because you come across too confident. You're too dominant. Like when you talk, you just take up a lot of space." And honestly, that feedback, I swear to God, that feedback. After that, all of my friends started telling me, "Alexis, I don't know, you're just more chilled." Even my roommates who were staying with me in Italy, the next day they were like, "Dude, something happened." And the reason why is because I just learned to talk more like this. Like, "Hey, how are you, man? How's it going?" Before I used to talk more like, you know, with more charisma. Don't get me wrong. But in real life, it could be too overwhelming. So I learned to just, "Hey, how are you?" And honestly, it worked. It worked. I swear to God, I had more dates. People became more of my friends. It was incredible. So please, if you need feedback, call Father Alex. I got your back. Let's continue with the video. And because of that, they're not aware of how it fluctuates, right? The smallest muscle that we control is usually in our vocal cords, right? They're the hardest ones to control. So whenever you feel super nervous, or it even betrays you, especially with the lower the emotion, in other words, the subtler the emotion, the more subtle the effect it'll be on in your voice. So we have to find a way to control that, right? Now, you can control your nonverbal cues if you become conscious of it, right? Now, the ultimate way to control those nonverbal cues is to clear up your mind. How? Through meditation. meditation, right? That's what you do. You clear up your mind through meditation so that you can control your nonverbal, oh my God, Father, let's get inside, cues, right? So that's what you do. So let's talk about the nonverbal cues that betray you, right? So, but remember, this cannot be changed by just trying to change them. You could change them for like a minute, but eventually, your natural way of talking, the nervousness that you're used to talking, will come up, right? And now, I just want to tell you guys, we all do some of these things, okay? And in fact, I'm actually gonna expert, right? I actually do some of them, and some of the things that I do does help with YouTube. So let's talk about the first one actually, because I do believe it does help. A lot facial expressions, right? A lot of facial expressions. You might say it might be charismatic to have a lot of facial expressions, and that's actually very true, right? The problem is that some people do that. They do that in a way that's automatic, and they do that without thinking. Like they speak with too much expression, and the reason why is because they're nervous, right? They be like, "So how are you, Melissa?" And Melissa's like, "Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing..." Like, there's a lot of exaggeration, and the reason why there's a lot of exaggeration is because it's not normal, people. It's not normal to have so many facial expressions. Usually, when most people speak, they speak with a relaxed. There's less facial expressions in the face. If you go to prison and you do that and you have a lot of facial expressions, you're going to look like a bitch. You're going to look like somebody that people could take advantage of. The next thing is not only quick expressions, right? But also quick responses and quick shifts. In other words, right? When you're talking to people, you go from sadness to happiness. Hey, and then once you're done, you go back to normal. Right? That shows fakeness. Okay. And the next one is that when they talk to you, you respond. You respond in a how can I say this? You respond in a quick way. Like, you don't give space between responses. For example, this is somebody talking to me. Hey, Alexis, and this is my response. Right? Hey, Alexis. Hey, how are you? That looks like. Usually that happens when you're waiting for somebody to pay attention to you. That happens when you're looking for somebody to pay attention to you, right? That says that you're not paying attention. You're not at ease with yourself. I swear to you, like, if you're actually focusing on a book and you're outside and somebody talks to you, they're going to have to talk to you a few times for you to actually pay attention. But if you're actually reading a book, but you want to get attention, you want to get people's validation, what you'll notice is that people will talk to you and then all of a sudden you respond quickly. Right? Your response is much quicker. And so that quick response is an indication that you're not at ease with yourself. People who are actually comfortable with themselves, when people talk to them, they have a slower response time, right? So develop a slower response time and you could avoid having these creepy, needy habits. Listen, we all know people who have creepy habits or habits that make them look desperate. Like, we all know people that have this nervous look in their face and their whole energy is derived by one or two nonverbal cues that they're just not aware of, right? I've met people who look completely confident, but if they just become conscious of their nonverbal cues, all of a sudden they could go from looking super nervous to super confident. Now, why is that? Well, the problem is that they are not aware of their facial expressions and nonverbal cues, right? And the reason why they're not aware is because they're self-absorbed. They're too insecure. They don't feel comfortable with themselves. They're looking inward, right? When they're in front of people, they're saying, how can I come across confident? How can I come across this way? And so because of that, they lose control of their faculties. And the first thing that you lose control over is the little muscles. When you feel nervous, the first things that those muscles affect that those emotions affect are the small muscles in the face and the throat, right? Sorry. Oh my God, dude. I
So a lot of you guys have been asking me, how can I purchase all of your courses in one go? Well, if you guys want to purchase all of them, you guys can join the Mindful Attraction University, people. Yeah, that's right. And in this, you'll be able to access all of my courses for $3.99. Initially, if you purchase all of my courses, Emotional Mastery, Psychological Game of Attraction, my new course, The Feminine Woman, Natural Chemistry, Charisma Blueprint, Nice Girl, you guys can purchase all of it for $600, but with the bundle deal, you guys can purchase it for $3.99. Or you guys can purchase it in 3 easy payments of $125, people. Yeah, that's right. Or you guys can purchase it with the bonuses. So you not only do you get the courses, but the bonuses. And that comes down to $7.99 or 4 easy and mindful payments of $1.99. Now, these bonuses are not regular bonuses. These bonuses are legit, almost like courses within a course, right? So you guys can just click on the description down below and explore the types of bonuses. For example, I have bonuses on how to get over your ex, how to become more creative, how to, especially in the feminine woman, I have a bonus about how to penetrate the mind and how to speak in a way that gets people to do what you want them to do. Like, it's honestly one of the craziest sections that I've ever made, because most of these courses, people, I come up with those ideas in meditation retreats. Nobody goes to the extent that I go. I go to meditation retreat to create these courses. There's a 14-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, just ask me for the money back within 14 days, and I'll give you all the money back. Father Alex has never rejected a money back offer if I offered it. So, and if you guys already purchased one of my courses, for example, and you guys want to get the bonuses while getting a discount, you know what I'm saying? I have discount codes for people who purchase my courses. So if you purchase my courses, just send me a private message. Or if you work with me one-on-one, I'll give you a big discount for the courses. And there I can help all of you guys understand that this is a movement. Most people never knew this type of knowledge before. And I am trying to empower women across the world and liberate them from these negative and one-sided relationships through these courses. So hopefully you guys can spread the message and help other people out. And I'll see you guys inside. Or else I'm close to the